Hello, and welcome to Talking Development. My guest today is Professor Karim Lakhani, a leading authority on artificial intelligence, a topic I just cannot get enough of. He teaches at Harvard Business School and is the co-author of Competing in the Age of AI, a book that opened my eyes to the possibilities and implications of artificial intelligence. Karim also advises organizations on how to harness the power of AI and stay ahead of the curve. He's joining me today remotely from Boston. Karim, such a pleasure to host you. Can you just kind of briefly describe how is AI transforming our economies and societies, and at what speed?
Yeah, great question. Well, first of all, AI development has been going on for more than 70 years. But for most of us, we started to see AI in our mobile phones. Even today, when you use your smartphone and it does facial recognition, you've done a little bit of training of a model to help you recognize that. And so it was always in the background in our consumer lives. What's happened is that over the last 3 or 4 years, the rise of generative AI systems has really taken hold, and all of a sudden AI had its browser moment. Rate of change and improvement of these tools has been incredible. So while the first use cases were, writing poems or writing sort of graduation speeches and so forth, now you can deploy these tools to, for example, do enzyme production calculations at scale in a large pharma company, for example, or ask for regulatory responses to a document. So very quickly, the capability of these tools has increased massively. And almost every organization that I meet, every C-suite that I have discussions with, they're all sort of in a bit of this shock and awe movement. Like, oh my goodness, this stuff is happening so fast. And what do we do? How do we adopt it? And what are the big questions that we need to go after?
So fun. I was just having a little fun chat with my own team, and they were all using AI now to create itineraries for their upcoming holidays.
Yeah.
I might even give that a try myself.
I said, I'm going to be in Southeast Asia. Here's my requirements for a great break. My wife's going to be with me. Here's what she likes. Offer us some suggestions. And we found this amazing place to go to that was never in our radar.
I love it. Karim, in your book, you explain that AI is really becoming the new sort of operational foundation of businesses. One objective we have as a development institution is really about scaling development impact. And you spent a little bit of time with us, I know. I'm not suggesting that you know everything about our business, but any ideas or thoughts on how AI or how the World Bank rather can leverage AI to further improve our operations, projects, and services? What do you think that AI can be helpful to us?
Well, first of all, it was a real pleasure to hang out with you guys for that afternoon. You have this massive historical repository of experiences of what works and what doesn't work. Now, if all of a sudden we can start to learn across all of the different work that has been done inside of the World Bank at scale and apply to a new setting, we have a whole new set of capabilities that we're now unlocking. So I think that's the first bit. The second, I think, is this capability to take your knowledge, but then combine it with the world's knowledge, and then imagine new possibilities. The cool thing is that I can now find patterns in projects and areas that we had not seen before, but the AI can really help unlock these insights and find generalities and patterns that are really hard for humans to do on their own.
That's also very, very powerful. I cannot have this conversation without asking you about the risks. I think there's still quite a bit of fear out there of AI and what to think about as companies and organizations in our case step up the use of AI?
Yeah, so let me first start with the access issue. Of course, you need some computational capability to be able to run these models, and that's not cheap. But from an access point of view, if governments and countries make investments in sort of limiting the digital divide, making tooling available to their citizens at various different schemes, then the power of these tools becomes unlocked across the board. So, for example, a colleague of mine, Rem Koning, has done an experiment in Kenya, sort of looking at how you could, through a chatbot, a sort of a ChatGPT chatbot and WhatsApp, provide entrepreneurial advice to small and medium-sized business owners. So this is almost providing sort of McKinsey level advice on a WhatsApp chatbot. Quite incredible that he can do that as a researcher and run a large-scale experiment that way. And my sense is that the open source side is something that many of developing countries should embrace and figure out how to do that. People are worried about jobs. Like, will this replace jobs?
Yeah.
This is a huge effect, right? You imagine, for example, customer service jobs are going to be at risk. What will happen to those jobs? So we need to be concerned about that and know that across all eras of technological discontinuities, there has been a transition period where certain jobs go away, but in the end, a whole new set of jobs get created. The citizen, the leaders of those countries need to be aware of that and think through what the transition plans look like, and not to sort of wish it away. It's going to happen. This notion that machines will replace humans, but humans with machines will replace humans without machines is a good thing for us to have. Will these tools be used for harm? Absolutely. Like, we know that, like, in the history of technology, every tool can be used for good or for bad. But my view is that we'll need the good AI to fight the bad AI. The smart regulation should be about ill use and not use cases. Do I punish you for bad behavior, or do I try to imagine all the bad behaviors that come through and stop it, which may in fact prevent the good behavior from happening? And the world's population, I think the number I heard is like Nigeria is going to have 500 million people by 2050 or so, which is more people than will be in Europe. And there's no way, we wish they could, but there's no way they can build enough primary schools, high schools, universities to serve that need. What took Europe 1,000 years to build, they won't be able to accomplish that in 25 years. And the only way we'll solve the education problem, the personalized learning opportunity, is going to be through AI systems.
No, this is great. Thank you so much, really, for enlightening us with your knowledge and the work that you're doing, and also unpacking a little bit some of the main messages that came out of your great book, which was actually one of the first books I read on AI. And since I've been reading a lot, and I'm always enjoying learning more about this. So thank you so much. Thank you for being with me. Thank you for being on the show today. I really appreciate it.
I really enjoyed the conversation. Thank you.
Thanks. At the World Bank, we are embracing AI, but know that we have a steep learning curve ahead of us. AI is already helping us to work faster and smarter, and we're already seeing some interesting uses of AI in the development field, such as to fight deforestation in Colombia or to boost crop yields in India. But we also face a huge risk of leaving behind the 2.6 billion people in the world without internet access. So we can't think about AI without thinking about our role in making it available to all. That's it for today. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time on Talking Development.